First, I have to tell you that Johnny Whitworth says hi.
I saw Johnny two days ago. He was doing CSI Miami.
Yeah, we were at some pool party last night, and I'm like, Johnny Whitworth. So we're kicking him. I'm like, interviewing Rory tomorrow. He's like, I just saw Rory. CSI Miami. Tell him I said hi. So, this movie. How hard was it for you? Because you are on screen most of the time by yourself. Like, how hard is that as an actor to do? And like, we're thinking that you have to go to work and sell this movie yourself. How hard is that?
Well, I didn't really approach it like I got to sell this movie myself, but like any role, I guess you try to be as authentic as you can. It was very emotionally and mentally draining doing it because it was about, a month shoot, maybe less, and 6-day weeks, and yeah, it was pretty rough, long days. And the intensity, the level of intensity was, you couldn't there was the scene in the beginning where it's kind of light and whatever, and that was it, and it just goes downhill from there. So yeah, it was very difficult. Probably the most difficult thing that I've ever done for the level of intensity that it was.
Now, there are a lot of takes in the movie. I ask this because it seems that the emotion that you bring out, I would think that take after take that would be hard. I mean, is it some stuff you were able to capture like right away, or do you have to keep doing that over and over again? Because you were just like crying and throwing it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that because me and Mary, originally Chris, it's his first projects, and most directors, want to see rehearsal and things like that. But me and Mary were just like, it's going to be such a tough shoot as it is that if we can do it, we might as well film it. So we didn't really rehearse. We just tried to do it, and if they got it, they got. Sometimes we'd have to do a couple takes, but for the most part, we just tried to get it as soon as we could.
So does that mean there's a lot of ad-libbing for you? Like
there was a little bit. I mean, not a hell of a lot, but there was a little bit here and there.
What drew you to the film with the script?
Well, originally I read it, and it was a page turner for me. I liked the way that it was put together. It was tight. It was fast and interesting. And then, I realized that I'd have to play this guy. So how could I do that? Because I don't know if you were sitting in the audience there when I was answering.
I didn't.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed the panel.
Okay, well, I was very concerned about the fact that my character, in my view, was sort of a, kind of a pussy, He wouldn't let his wife in the house. So how do you play that, and make it real, believable, and not so wimpy, and have people identify it? Because when I read the script, I talked to some friends of mine, and I told them the situation of the movie, and I got about a 50-50 equal response of yes, I would, no, I wouldn't, because in the reality, I don't know if somebody would be able to make that decision, 100% when they don't know all the facts and everything like that.
Meaning like let someone in?
Right.
Like would you do it personally, do you think?
Right.
Do you think
like
it
would you?
Would I?
Yeah.
Probably yes. I figure if there's a possibility that I might die anyways, regardless if I try to seal myself in.
But it's easy to say that.
It is easy to say. But right. But when it actually happens, you're scared out of your mind.
Yeah.
But with your thing in the movie, it's like the cell phone goes through the window, the guy leaves. Like there was always a good chance, and the ending being what it is, not having to give anything away.
Right.
Yeah, it's easy to say. But how's it working with Mary?
It was great. I mean, she was fully focused. I mean, we had a dinner beforehand and we laughed around, joked and this and that. And then once work started, it was just we were both focused and just got through it. to the best of our abilities, and then we went out afterwards and laughed and joked again. But during the shooting, it was all business, all serious, and there wasn't a lot of time for jumping around on the set or anything like that because it wasn't that type of movie.
What about with Chris being, obviously you've worked on a lot of films and Chris has, but is this the first time with him behind the camera?
Chris got increasingly more confident and sure of himself, and he wasn't, if I hadn't have known that it was his first time directing, you probably couldn't, you couldn't tell. He was, very professional and very collaborative, and, I think he would just do what he wanted all the time.
What's next for you? What do you got coming up?
Next Sunday, I think, August 5th, is this Ridley Scott miniseries called The Company. It'll be on TNT. It's about the CIA sort of spanning 40 years in the CIA, and I play a KGB plant in the United States, so I have an American accent, but I speak Russian a couple of times.
You really like to diversify your roles.
Yeah, well, it makes it more interesting.
It was great. It was great talking to you. It was a pleasure meeting you. Dazed and Confused is like, not everyone says it, but some of my favorites. Empire Records is probably even more of my favorite.
Oh, thanks.
You did a great job. That's I love the looks you have in that movie. Just kind of cock your head and like, wow. Yeah, thanks a lot. I enjoyed the movie, and hopefully it's a big success. I give you, I already wrote the review, and it's already out there, and I think I call you this flawless. Like, your performance is absolutely flawless.
Oh, thank you.
And again, like I see it as you have to sell the movie, and you sold it completely. The day I saw it was, I don't know if in New York they had the big steam pipe explosion. I'm walking up, and people were running back to Penn Station. Like, what the hell's going on? I don't know if it was a terrorist. Everything's going. Everyone's screaming. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go see this fucking virus movie in the world movie at dinner outside. So that was a little scary.
Wow, that must have been strange.
It was strange. That was surreal because you go to Times Square and they have the big things up and the steam's coming out and everyone stopped and no one knew what it was and I'm just like, I'm going to go see a terrorist movie.
It's pretty ballsy of you to not find out and just go in.
It's one of those things. It's when it's your time, and my time is to go see your movie. So I was looking forward to it. So I'm like, all right, if I come back out and the world's gone, then at least I saw a good movie.
It's funny. It's not funny. It's like the pipe bomb.
At least it wasn't. At least it wasn't a terrorist movie.
Yeah.
But again, it was just kind of like a nice prelude to the film. Kind of made everything a little more realistic.
I bet.
Especially in today's world.
I
bet. So thanks a lot. It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, and thanks for writing nice.
Hey, thanks for making a great film.
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is what we came to do. What's that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1,